Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will tell you about a very important concept of flip-flops which is very frequently asked in interviews. Well, it is about the race around condition, that is one disadvantage in JK flip-flops. Today, we will learn what is this problem, how does it occur, and how you can solve it. So let's begin. Well, race around condition occurs when the inputs to the JK flip-flop is both J and K equal to 1, and along with this the propagation delay of the flip-flop, that is the time the flip-flop takes to give you the output, is less than the width of the clock pulse, that is the duration for which the clock is high. So to understand, first let us recall that when J and K is equal to 1, the output actually toggles. So we know that if previously the output is Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 1, and you provide J and K equal to 1, 1, then the new output will be Q equal to 1 and Q bar equal to 0. So it toggles. Now imagine that we have a clock pulse as shown. This is the width of the clock. This is the duration for which the clock is high, and another pulse is the propagation delay for the flip-flop. This is the amount of time the flip-flop is taking to respond and give the output. So if we assume that this propagation delay is less as compared to the width of the clock pulse, then we do not know that how many times the flip-flop will be triggered, because the time the flip-flop takes to give the output is less as compared to the clock pulse width. So just let's imagine that the propagation delay completes once, the flip-flop will give you the output, but because the clock is still high, the flip-flop is responding, and hence it will again give you the another new output, and again and again and again. So the flip-flop is triggered multiple number of times. And in the situation when J and K both are equal to 1, the output can toggle multiple number of times. So if previously the output was Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 1, and we provide the inputs J and K equal to 1, 1, the output expected is Q equal to 1 and Q bar equal to 0. But because of this situation, the flip-flop can toggle n number of times, and hence we may not be sure that what is the output. This is what you call the race around condition. How to avoid this condition? In order to avoid this condition, we need to follow a simple condition. The simple condition to satisfy in order to avoid this race around problem is that the pulse width of the clock should be less as compared to the propagation delay of the flip-flop, and this propagation delay of the flip-flop should be less than the time period of your clock. Now, this is very obvious that the delay of the flip-flop, that is the time the flip-flop is taking to give the output, should be less than the time period of the clock, because we don't want the clock to finish and the flip-flop has not even responded. So that is not the case. So obviously this condition needs to be satisfied, but what is important is this part. The width of the pulse, that is the duration during which the pulse is high, should be less as compared to the propagation delay of the flip-flop. This is because we need to ensure that the flip-flop triggers only once, and hence when the condition is J equal to 1 and K equal to 1, the toggling should happen only once and not multiple number of times, which can lead to wrong output. The solution to this is, yes, obviously satisfying this condition, but when we are talking about the propagation delays and the timings, it is not very easy to handle the timings so easily or so simply, and hence there should be some other ways in order to tackle this problem. The major thing to notice is that before coming to the solution, the race around condition occurs in level triggered circuits. This is what you need to focus. It does not occur in edge trigger. Whenever your circuit is responding, whenever the circuit is responding at the level of the clock, when the clock is high or when the clock is low, that is the problem. If the circuit is made to trigger at the edge of the clock, then the race around condition automatically finishes off, because the edge is either from negative to positive or from positive to negative edge. And in that case, it is always ensured that the flip-flop will respond only once. For implementing the edge triggering circuits, we use the master-slave flip-flops. And this is what we will learn in the next video, that how the master-slave flip-flops are made, what is the structure and how do they work, and how do they perform edge triggering, which removes the race around problem. If you like the video, then hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. I will see you in the next video with the detailed explanation of the master-slave flip-flop configuration.